Hello! Happy day of the week. Tuesday? Is it Tuesday? Welcome in, everybody. It is lovely to see you. Petulant Cobra, congratulations on redeeming first. You get to pat yourself on the back and be first. The first viewer to redeem first for this first stream of the week here on this channel. So, you know, good on you. Good on you. Hey Menzel, thank you for redeeming third. Not awkward at all! Hooray! Wow, really nice to see you. Thank you very much for the lurk. I appreciate that. Yeah, so we're here. Things exist. It's great. Yeah, I've had a very, chaotic day with some mixed results, and so it feels like the perfect opportunity to jump in and play some Zelda II. Saddledown Beavis, thank you very much for redeeming third. Nice to see you. Really, really nice to see you today, and also thank you for redeeming Keep Doing What You're Doing, Being a DM, and that other one that you redeemed, Seasonal Candy, was it? Like 4 days old. I just caught them. Sorry about that. Very, very funny. Ah. Cool. Well, welcome everyone. So the last time I streamed, I forgot it was February. That is just the truth of my existence right now. I did not remember that it was February, and so I forgot that I needed to start a February game swap challenge. So there you go. It has begun now. I made it worth a little bit less than I usually do, just to, you know, hopefully mean that we can make that goal anyway if we want to. Saddledown Beavis, thank you very much for that contribution of 2,000 total meaningless calories to the February game swap, which is great. So I wanted to go with, and I pitched this to K Menzel, so you can absolutely blame him for the results of this, mostly. He's 2/3 to blame for this. I'm 1/3 to blame for this. I wanted to do something that was seasonally themed for the month of February. And so I wanted to pick 3 games wherein the plot in some way slightly was reminiscent of the theme of Valentine's Day and or relationships and or dating and or whatever. 4/3 of the blame goes to K Menzel. Got it? Yes, exactly. You're right. Your math checks out perfectly. I love that. So the 3 games that are currently on offer are one game, which is literally a Mario knockoff. I am not sure if I would get my stream taken down if I played it now that I think about it, but we'd go for it anyway. It's fine. It's called Clarence's Big Chance, and content warning on the game, as the main character, you do get quite bullied for a lot of it. But the goal is to try to collect some data, make yourself look pretty for your very, very first date with a lovely lady. And if we 100% it, she absolutely, like, enjoys that date, which is nice. And so that is one of the games on offer. The other games on offer are Emily is Away, which is, again, for me, it kind of fits the bill of an indie game. It's based on kind of like the old MSN Messenger era, and it's one of those like dialogue tree games where you're just trying to have a relationship with somebody, maybe not even Emily, because Emily's away, but it's called Emily is Away, and it sounded really interesting to me. This was not a game that I had heard about before, and so fascinating, but we've got it on there. And then the bit that is definitely K Menzel's fault is Clarence's Big Chance, totally about going on a date. Emily is Away, totally about like trying to woo a girl. The third option for our lovely February Valentine themed game swap is Yoshi's Island, because it has babies in it and baby delivery. And you know what? I couldn't argue. So those are the 3 games that are available for the Game Swap Challenge. K Menzel, I am unsurprised, but thank you all the same for communicating, but for contributing 2,000 of your meaningless calories in this channel towards that game swap challenge. I think you might have some opinions about what games you want to see me play for that. So yeah, those are the games that are on offer as per usual. If we do meet the game swap challenge, I will be polling Twitch chat as well as my Discord and Twitter communities-ish to see which game actually is of interest and that we will play for the game swap. But we are not game swapped right now. We are in fact still playing Zelda II. Yay! So what I remember, what we did last time, chat, is we earned this ability. This ability to stab downwards as opposed to stab, forwards, stab with a jump, stab with a crouch. We now have down stab. There were a lot of women there that wanted to talk to me, and I was trying to avoid them all. And yeah, because we can't stab when there's people to talk to. And so from there, we went and we did Medoro Palace, accidentally defeating Helmet Head when I was just trying to, like, learn the mechanics, and that definitely felt good. And that's why we have life 7, but we still have magic 6 and attack 6. And so that's a lot, and we're gonna see. Current D&D infatuation, a caster that casts AoE spells on themselves and comes away relatively unscathed. Beavis. 2 things here. First of all, that is absolutely what I've tried to build every single time I've built a wizard, because I always at minimum do the second thing, where the first thing is pick a tiefling. Second thing is, if you pick evocation, you get sculpt spell. And that gives you the ability to cast Fireball centered on yourself and take 0 damage from it. If you're a tiefling, you would have taken half damage anyway because it's fire, and as long as you have that fire resistance. But, like, that is my chef's kiss of a build right there, is an AoE caster who can cast it on themselves and not die. That's always my goal. Every time I build a wizard. So what we're gonna do today... Pick a tiefling then. If you have a DM that says that doesn't count for you, which I disagree with, pick a tiefling. Maybe check in with your DM. I would totally allow it. That's exactly what we want right here. This is what we're here for. We are here for the pee bags. For anything that helps us get this done a little faster, you know? Oop. Okay. Oh, wow. I almost got out of that without damage, and then I didn't. I might have to double check the language that I'm used to. Flop, please. Because I could swear it was just creature. But it's been a while. Sure, I'll take the potion. Sorcerer with careful spell is an auto success. Ooh! Gift of the Chromatic Dragon. Yep. My favorite kind of sorcerer to build. Nice. Got the double kill. Grant resistance to the damage type as a reaction. Auto 1/4 of the damage. Yes. That is a fascinating build. I tried building a sorcerer once. I didn't like it, but the campaign was one... We didn't get a lot of time with that campaign, if I recall correctly. And I don't think I ever made it above level 2, and that's well before you actually get a lot of the things that make sorcerers feel good to play, in my opinion. So I think if I'd been playing her at a higher level, it might have been more enjoyable, but that actually sounds like a great build right there. Okay, I keep getting potions and I haven't done this yet, and so, like, what is the point? Oh dear, this is not what we wanted. You're just gonna run away. The birds are difficult because although they should be relatively easy to defeat, They steal my experience if I miss. And that's not my jam. That is not my jam, chat. Nice. Another double kill. And a potion. Grinding in this game definitely got a lot easier when I started being able to... When I started being able to heal myself. Instead of having to go back to the town every time I took damage. And trying to judge how much more damage I thought I could take. I will take this. I will take this. You should try it. I would have allowed it. Sculpt spell is easily one of the best. Like, even if it can't be on themselves, it's still a usable technique from the perspective of, like, your party member, casting it on a party member. Ah, run away! Run away! Run away. We want the blob. Come here, blob. Oh my gosh. And then we got them anyway. Oh! I just looked so skilled right there. Oh. Oh my gosh. Do you always make a backup character, Beavis? Is that like a thing that you do in case of death, or in case you don't like the first character that you've made? I'm the type who gets far too attached to my characters, and as a result, finds it difficult to ever make backup characters because I just am not willing to let the original ones die. You just get ideas, so you build. There's a lot of fun ideas. The thing that makes me throw myself into building a character is usually getting an idea for backstory, because that's one of the things that I love the most. If I don't have need for a character, I'll still build it if I get a good backstory. Plum, welcome in. Hello, I have been attacked. I hope that is not detrimental to me. But welcome in, it's super nice to see you, Plum. How you doing today? Come on, Octorock. Do you know what's nice? I mean, other than the fact that I took damage from that guy, which is not very nice. In the span of time that I'm just, like, thinking about and talking about evocation wizards and sculpt spells, I've got, like, 678 experience. And that ain't bad. It's nice that this grind is actually something that I can amuse myself during. Got him. Sleepy day? Taking a break, you're exhausted? Oh, I hope you get some good rest. Some good R&R, that rest and relaxation. How am I? Well, I really appreciate you asking. I have had a rough day and a bit. But so far we're coming out on top and we're winning. And that's what's important. And so to give further clarity to that, because it's not a secret or anything fancy or special, currently, I am an old woman. This is what we're learning today. I'm an old woman. I have this delightful sandstone heating pack sequestered in my lower back right now, because we are in the middle of some kind of angry back feels, and that's always rough. That's always rough. But I don't think that there's a significant immediate danger to it. I have talked to a doctor, and they seem to agree with me that heat, anti-inflammatories, stretches, it will pass. And so sitting with the heat pack is a lot more comfortable than sitting without it. I will tell you that. It is so much more comfortable than I was even just a little while ago, you know? Back pain is no joke. Exactly. And see, this is why I talked to a doctor, because I understand even when I go, oh, I'm not really like very worried about this, I do think it will pass. It's still really good to talk to someone who knows that more than I do and to actually make sure, okay, I'm not just blowing smoke, right? And so we think it will all be okay. And that is the hope. I am supremely comfortable right now. I almost want to say, like, I recommend this. Only I don't recommend back pain. I just do recommend, like, the self-care of every once in a while letting yourself sit with somewhere snug and warm. It's kind of like being wrapped in a blanket. To a certain extent. Oop. I kill. I collect. Oop. Nope, I'm in the wrong place. I want swamp. Better to see/get checked out just to make sure on the slim chance. Yeah, so much better. And I'm glad that that was available to me. And so overall, I'm feeling really good this afternoon as a result. Not from the perspective of everything's fixed and I'm better, but from the perspective of, yeah, okay, I've done what I can, things are hopeful, and I feel like the relief from the potential anxiety of that. Whoop! Wrong one. I'm leaving that potion behind. We're not going back for it. We're just running away. Anytime we can escape one of the screens with the birds without losing experience, that's a good screen. That's a good screen. We are this close to 1,000, which is like less than a third of the way there. Hee. I think this is one of the things that I might have mentioned last time, but that I actually think is really cool. Which is that the grind in Zelda II, part of what makes it possible, even if I wouldn't necessarily call it easy. Whoops, that was me being silly. Part of what makes it possible is the fact that they don't change your reward for any of your enemy attacks. They just change the threshold for which you have the level up coming. And so that means grinding is just a matter of patience. It's just a matter of patience, chat. When someone's felt sick and it's lasted weeks, hey, you should really get checked, only to be told they don't like doctors. They'll go talk to someone a month later. Yeah, you know what? That can be rough, especially, like, because from your perspective, you're saying it because they matter to you, because you want to see them healthy and well. And I think K. Menzel probably could relate to you pretty strongly on this one as well. It's true. There's a lot of people, I think, who end up in that position of not really wanting to go to a doctor because they've had such a difficult experience with them or with their issues in the past. I know one of the things that was interesting was at the end of one of my recent appointments, I actually sent a message to a friend of mine who was having similar struggles around finding doctors and that sort of thing, and was like, is it bad that I don't want to feel hopeful because I just feel like I've been let down so often when it comes to visits to doctors and that sort of thing, that it can be really difficult sometimes to have the will to engage in that, to do the things that are needed to look after myself. And so I wonder if maybe they're dealing with something similar where they just have not found themselves having good experiences. And that can, and I think does, make it a lot harder for people to get care that they're looking for. Which is something that I have a huge amount of sympathy for. That was pure luck. I mean, skill, that was definitely skill. Absolutely skill. You are watching such a skilled gamer right now. Oh my gosh, I just dodged the rock that Octorock shot by leaping over it. You know, I'm so talented. My timing is perfect. Yep, definitely that. Definitely not pure luck. Don't even need this potion, chat. It's great. Yeah. See, Petulant Cobra, that is very similar to my experience. It can be a struggle to find doctors or even specialists when you get a referral that actually listen to what you have to say. It's totally tough, but it's definitely, from my experience at least, it's been pretty worth it to keep trying, which is good. And so I feel very, very blessed to be in a position where I don't feel like I'm arguing for people to pay attention to me right now, at least. And I hope that that continues. Yeah. You need to be quick. I have a lot to do today. Oh. That's heartbreaking. Oh. That is no... yeah. That's tough. That's tough. And, like, I do still want to acknowledge that, like, often medical practitioners are very busy. Often they have very long days and they work very, very hard. But still, that's really discouraging. Aw, as if I don't already have enough imposter syndrome. You know? 1358 out of 3,500. That's over halfway there. No? No, 2,500. 2,500. We're over halfway to 2,500. 3,500, we need 1,750. Okay, okay, okay. We're dealing in fractions. We're doing math, chat. I bet you didn't know there was gonna be math in this stream. Ha ha, fooled you. Yeah! Nope, do not want birds. Blob, save me. But it's almost like twice as much experience as I had the last time I looked at my experience. My boozles have been bammed too hard today. Oh, I'm sorry about that, Plum. I've contributed. I'll try to be less bamby with the boozles. Collect. Did you know you can collect potions by downstabbing them? I knew that. I definitely knew that. Oh! I'm wondering if we do maybe one level up today, and then, rather than trying to go for both, and then we can try and see, whoops, whoops. I would like that, please, thank you. And then we can see about maybe venturing forth towards the next palace. It depends, it depends. How are we feeling? I haven't looked ahead, and so I don't know where the next palace is or what I'm supposed to do. I have jump. I have rock smash. There's probably like real descriptions for that, but you know. I don't know what anything's called because the game doesn't tell me. There is no text. Where am I supposed to go next, actually? It occurs to me that finding... the last couple of dungeons has been really possible because I was aware. I hope I didn't get the birds. I was aware of where I'd been. We'll take this. We might as well. Like, I had walked past... I'd walked past a lot of things that made me think, oh, of course I need to go back here. But if you were to ask me where I'm supposed to go from where I am now, I'm actually not sure. And I think, from what I can tell, that's a pretty normative experience for the game. Like, it's not really giving me hints unless I'm talking to people. So maybe in the last town they tell me something and I haven't actually asked them. I could only get to level 9? I thought I could only get to level 8. I thought everything above level 8, it just gave me an extra life. And I decided I was okay with grinding that out, because extra lives are important. Extra lives are important, also extra lives. Oh yeah! Chat! I have something exciting to share with you. Not only is the February Game Swap live, and you could absolutely contribute your channel points, otherwise known as meaningless calories, towards swapping in a different, vaguely Valentine-themed game. Vague. But also, I have a new mug. And this is the universe's greatest mug. I mean, that's not entirely true. There are so many great mugs. This is a dumpster fire of a mug. And on the inside, everything's fine. Everything's fine. I love it. I'm so happy that it exists. Did you beat the Swamp Palace? You didn't catch that part of the recap? Great question. Yeah, we did. We owned the Swamp Palace. Swamp Palace had nothing on us. We destroyed Helmet Head on my attempt to try to figure out the boss mechanic. Because we're so powerful. I have not acquired a raft. Need I acquire a raft in order to cross the sea? Someone did mention a raft, actually, in the town that I was in. They mentioned a raft. Maybe we should go talk to them. Do you think if I go talk to them, they'll tell me where I can go to get a raft? Because I think I want one. Got it. Because I do Lady Kiwi sailing for adventure. It's funny to me that... So, my impression was that Wind Waker was kind of weird because of the sailing, you know? There was a lot of sailing, and people seemed to really dislike the sailing. And for some reason that gave me the impression that Zelda wasn't supposed to be about sailing, that Zelda games weren't necessarily like about that sort of adventure. And so it's very interesting in the light of that to note that in both the first and second Zelda games you acquire a raft. And sailing is absolutely part of the game, just not in the way that Wind Waker does it at all. It's not like an action sequence, it just is. I don't know what I hit. Okay, I hit not the moblin, that's fine. And I just think that's interesting, because that tells me that... And while you don't sail in Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask, you do have interactions with water, like you swim. Nope. Oh, very nice. And so maybe they're more breaking the mold because you don't have a raft. You rejected Wind Waker due to the art style? That's fair. It's not everybody's cup of tea. Definitely not as developed in the direction of realism, the way Twilight Princess might be, or even Skyward Sword, and certainly not like it's very childish, and Link is very young. Oh, wow. Yeah, no, that's the wrong order, I think, for a 14 to 15-year-old settle down Beavis. Like, you see the potential of Twilight Princess, and then just yoink Wind Waker. The great Zelda bamboozle. Got him. Welcome in, Dianair. Nice to see you. And then they made 2 direct Wind Waker sequels on DS. Yes. Phantom Hourglass being one of those, I presume. And it does require the use of boats, which is at least sailing adjacent. And in fact, it actually has... so if you've never played Phantom Hourglass before, and that is in fact one of the games that you were talking about, it has a sailing mechanic that also includes, like, action, in a sense. All I'm saying is there's fishing minigames in every Zelda after this one. And that does not relate to anything that must needs be done. Got him. Got him. I accidentally met this guy on the plains instead of in the swamp, but that's okay. We are over 2,000 experience right now, chat. We are above 2,000, which means we are more than halfway to the level up that we're looking for before we have to figure out how to potentially acquire a raft. Because it just feels like water, sailing, and sailing adjacent activities are very much an element of so much Zelda. I can still understand why some people didn't necessarily sign up for the breadth of sailing that was Wind Waker. And I think if the music in Wind Waker was less amazing, I might have struggled with it more. But I truly love the music in Wind Waker. The sailing music is some of my favorite music ever composed. No, those are moblins. Chat, would you believe how lucky we got? We hit the blob before the moblins caught us. I cannot believe our luck. Amazing. I cannot believe our luck to the point that I'm gonna create a save state for it. Because that was some real luck. I mean, skill. Definitely skill. I juked out those moblins on the map. I am so talented. Pro gamer. 12 out of 10. Absolutely. Today's turning out to be a good sort of day. Everything's fine. Dumpster fire. Oh, and you know what else, chat? You know what else? I've seen the first sketch of the new Lady Q emotes that are being made right now. I've seen the sketch, and they're gonna be so good! I'm so excited. And so for anyone who wasn't here for it, this month we hit a milestone. We managed to max out the required number of subs for an affiliate, like maximum number of emote slots. And so that was extremely exciting. And so I got another emote slot and another animated emote slot, and that's all that I can unlock as an affiliate, but that means I have new emotes. And in the meantime, I put some placeholder emotes in there that are of my own design and are Zelda themed. But my intention is to get some Lady QE chaos going on. So we have our own chaos emote coming with Bun and some flames, and I'm also getting it animated, and I am really, really looking forward to it because it's beautiful. They're beautiful. And I am a huge fan. Huge fan. If you have never heard of Ronnie D or checked out her art, she is a fantastic artist, and she is the one responsible for all of the wonderful Bun emotes that you see. Oh, come on. Function, please. Function, please, computer. All of our wonderful bunny content, some of which are tier 2 or tier 3, some of which are bits emotes to unlock, but we got ourselves a whole bunch of buns. Any and all of which you can cause to pop up below me in stream if you redeem pop-up button. You can select any bun emote and see it on stream if you have a favorite. And if you have just so many meaningless calories in the form of channel points and you want to use them for something, that's an option. You could also redeem them towards the game swap in February. Or, you know, just continue to accrue them. Just hoard them. Keep them forever. Blob, please. AP Big! Yes, please. Thank you. Oh, I love it when they drop those. Speeds things up immensely, it feels like. I am very much getting good at those screens, I think. Not the Moblin version, but I'm starting to feel almost talented at this screen. Which is a shame, because I know that the dungeons are nothing like this. That they just continue to be Awful encounter after awful encounter. That's a lot of moblins. Nope. I will take this blob. Whoo! That's some real skill right there. Got him. Amazing. Nope! That's a moblin. Well, I was too close to that burb. I was too close to that burb. That's a shame. We lost everything that we gained from the killing of the Octo Rocks. They were stolen by the birds, as was our health. Ooh! But we can get our health back. And then we can even recover some of our magic using that potion. Whoops! And then we can waste that. Hooray. Yay! I love Zelda 2's wish to keep me humble. The second I start thinking, oh, you know what? Maybe I'm not so bad at this, it goes, ha ha. Ha 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 ha. Ha ha. Oops. That could have gone a lot worse. Got a couple more potions and we can get that life back. Or... oh no, we missed the fairy. We got attacked by the blob instead. The blob. Whew. I will take this potion. Thank you. Less than 1,000 to go, chat. Which is good, because that's still like 100 of these Octo Rocks. Whoops. Whoop. Oh my gosh. The little ankle biter. The little ankle biter there. Okay. Beautiful. I do like that there is a level cap in this game. I think I would also like it if it didn't have a level cap. And there was like an opportunity to just keep getting better if you were really struggling. But I do like the idea that there's a level cap because what that tells me is the game thinks if you have this level, that's enough. That's enough to play this game. And so it will at least save me time from the perspective of knowing if that is enough that they would suggest that I should be able to play this game. With the skills at the level that they are within a couple of levels from now. I don't know if it's 8 or 9, but it's somewhere around there. Like, there is a point at which I just have to develop my skills enough that I can beat it at that level, but there's no particular reason to be underpowered. $27.90. $28.10, and we are full life, full magic. Very, very good. Very good for us. There's so much less screaming that happens these days. Except in dungeons. Medora Palace was not easy for me, but I did in fact defeat it. Oh. Woo! Collection! Nope, those are moblins. And that is path. Nope! Oh, that bird was rude. That bird was so rude. Okay, well, we only lost one. Nope, that's a moblin. I say no to moblins. Always say no to moblins, chat. Blobs. We'll take the blobs. I do find that interesting, like when you're in a dangerous area of the map, if you manage to avoid the 3 that spawn initially for a certain amount of time, then more spawn. It really does feel as if the game like wants you to fight. If you're going to leave the path, they really want to slowly but surely contain you into a combat at some point. And honestly, that just makes sense. If you're gonna leave the path, what else do you expect? You know? If we're gonna venture off the path, I swear I've read a book at some point that talks about that. Never go off the path, never go into the woods at night. Chat, we are almost at 3,000 experience out of 3,500. Look at us! Look at us! We're doing so well! Got him. Look at us! We're so talented! Blob. I mean, we're so talented at this specific screen of Octo Rocks. I would like that potion, please. Please, please, potion. Look at our, like, perfect life and magic again. Oops. Over 3,000! Over 3,000! We save. I'm a lot less anxious about level grinding than what I used to be. Because even level grinding used to be extremely stressful for me. I feel a lot more relaxed about it. So it was nice to know when we went into Medoro Palace that yes, the palaces are still just as terrifying as the first one. $20. Do they not give me experience if they drop a potion? That explains why one of them each screen drops a potion. I think you only get experience for like 4 out of 5 of the Octo Rocks there, and I think it changes sometimes which Octo Rock. But it's pretty cool that whichever Octo Rock doesn't give you experience seems to drop potions more. We're gonna get there all the same. If my math is correct, which I would not be surprised if it is not, we have 306 to go. That's still a lot. Especially if we get attacked by moblins, because we can lose a lot of experience being attacked by moblins. The Zelda one, there was a counter. Oh, that makes sense as to like what they would drop. That feels like a very Zelda thing to do. I'm pretty sure A Link to the Past has that. I feel like I get a potion every other screen from whichever one of the Octo Rocks doesn't give me experience. If you look into it, video games are mostly math with just a hint of magic. Are you suggesting math isn't magic? Because 1 + 1 is 2, and if that isn't magic, then I don't know what is. Matchstick. Exactly. Correct. Moblin, no! Well, it might. But I'm no math magician. Oh my goodness. Okay, this is the long shot. This is the long shot. Has anyone in chat ever read The Phantom Toll Booth? I read it in school, I think when I was in grade 6, for one of my reading units in English class. Oh gosh, who's it by? Who's it by? It is not in this room, and so I can't confirm author. But I don't think there's any other book by that name. Sadly, no. Oh, it's so good. Okay. Without spoiling too much, the premise of the book is that it's about a boy named Milo who is very bored one day. And he's so bored. And that's it. He's just bored. And he gets a package delivery, and when he puts the package together, it's a little car and a toll booth. And he's like, well, I'm bored. I might as well. And so he drives the little car up to the toll booth, puts the toll in, and it opens. And he ends up in a completely different world. And so, again, I'm not going to tell y'all the plot. I'm not going to tell y'all, like, what happens or what he's trying to do or anything like that. But it is a world of, it's one of those worlds, it feels like the 9 to 12 version of Xanth, if anyone's ever read. That might be Piers Anthony who did the Xanth Chronicles. It is a world of literalness. Wherein things are called what they are because they are that. And so, as an illustrative example, because this is the first character that Milo meets after going through the toll booth, he meets a watchdog, who is a dog, who is also a watch. It is a dog with like a clock in its biology, because he's a watchdog. And so he serves the function of both watch and dog. And there is some very literal maths in this book. And there is also some very literal language in this book. And the entire book at the time that I was reading it just brought me the most joy. That when I found it secondhand as an adult in like a random secondhand bookstore, I immediately purchased it. I have read it so many times even since then. Like, I just love it. Highly recommend if you want a quick, light read, somewhat childish, but like definitely delightful. Lady QEW book reviews. If I ever launched a Patreon, that would be my extra content. I would play video games on Twitch, but then I would just post monthly book reviews on Patreon. You know? I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. But it is very much my style. Just a book about a bored little kid. Oh, hey, look at that, chat! We were talking about a bored little kid, and now we get to level up. Our magic, it'll go up. Magic up. If this is a kid's book, it's probably something I'll read to my 3-year-old in the future. Yeah, I think it fits into the age 9 to 12 range, depending on, like, how that's divided in your in whatever your place of origin and or where you live is. And so I think it's probably accessible to a 7 or 8-year-old from the perspective of like understanding, maybe, but it really requires that lateral thinking of knowing both the literal language and the non-literal language so that you can get a lot of the humor, which is like age 9 to 10 is the sweet spot for that after they're into chapter books. That being said, kids do develop at very different ways, and so maybe even earlier than 3, depending. Okay, we don't need to go here for anything because we have full life and full magic right now, and so I'm literally here to make myself a nice safe little save state, and then to see if I can like talk to anybody who will tell me about a raft. Sorry, I know nothing. Hello. Hello. Okay. I am much too busy to talk to a stranger. Those are big words. We're still on Dr. Zeus. Yes. Dr. Zeus is good for a 3-year-old. Mrs. Dio's a big reader. Well, maybe Mrs. Dio has heard of this book before. Possibly. Maybe not. It feels very niche, but also I worked in a library for like 6 years, and so maybe even what feels niche to me is extremely super niche, but we had a copy of the Phantom Tollbooth at the library that I worked in. Probably more than one, honestly. Okay, so that guy's too busy for us, which is, frankly, rude. So what does this guy have to say? Ask Error of Ruto about the palace. Okay. Which palace, though? Because, like, we've already been to some palaces. Maybe Error of Ruto. Hello, young fellow. Maybe Error of Ruto will have something good to tell us? The water of life. Quick, come with me. Okay, but like, maybe those little dudes running around town aren't kids, just very short 40-year-old men. That is fair and valid. Maybe they are, and we've just been ignoring them. It's a specific palace, but I think they ran out of text space. Oh yeah, absolutely. I cannot help you anymore. Go now. Okay, cool. I just wanted to know if you would tell me, like, where. But see, Dio, that's my question. Because basically, if I'm supposed to go ask I am Error about a palace, is that the next palace? Or is that the next palace to this town? Because this town I get to, and then I can go into the swamp and deal with Medoro Palace. And so will Error tell me about Medoro Palace? Or will he tell me about the next palace? This is what I am concerned with. Only one way to find out! Let's remind ourselves where Ruto is. We'll destroy this. We will be on the path for those guys. And we will have to deal with the bubble bridge a little bit. Oh no, no, wait. Yeah, this is the evil bridge. This bridge is evil, chat. I.e., I forget. Only one way to find out! I don't know. Okay, hold on. I wasn't prepared. I need to remember what my buttons do. Crouching or standing blocks things, and that is important. That was incredible. And completely accidental. That is much more in keeping with what I expect. I am like right here. I'm just gonna go. This is fine. That was not very fine, but I think, am I correct? No, Watertown of Saria, is it not? Ruto is the other one. I didn't need to do this bridge at all. Now I'm mad. We're just leaving. We're just leaving. So Ruto, I have realized, is I think the original town maybe? Or it's the town in the top corner. But it's not Saria, I'll tell you that. So, which one are you? Rauru. Okay. Have we got a side chick in Rauru? Yeah, we do. Thank you. So Ruto is the one, like, very far away. Which makes sense. This game does want to make me go everywhere. So, if I go here... Gosh, this is so much easier with a working D-pad. Okay. This one should be Ruto. Nice. Okay, so Error lives here. Don't need to visit the side chick or Sherbet Lemon, though it's really nice that they're both there. Hello? Is it you? South of King's Tomb in Mido is a tunnel. Okay, so the fancy tombstone in the middle is probably the King's Tomb. So south of that is a tunnel, possibly that I need to destroy with a block, like with my hammer. Secret tunnel through the Mido. Exactly. Precisely. Might have thought there'd be a tunnel there. Amazing. Okay, so that is useful to know. So we're gonna try to figure this out. We're gonna go back all the way there now. Gosh, the fetch quests that are just delays. You can save a lot of time, I think, in a game like this if you know where to go. And, to be fair, that is the reason why I'm using a guide. Theoretically, I could have just read where I was supposed to go next, but I wanted to know if this game would help me at all. So, thank goodness I was back on path. Okay, so I do presume that that one in the middle there is the King's Tomb, so we're trying to go south of there. I'm so proud. I actually met someone on Twitch who told me to keep telling my puns she loves them. That's so perfect! Your person! You found them! Plum, that's so great! Pretty sure every time I go on Twitter, I just see, like, scores of puns for you, and everyone that I see, I'm just like. Some of them are very clever. That sounds like a truly delightful experience to have had. How south? How south is south? Because I'm pretty sure this graveyard can kick my butt. As can the rest of this game. Uh-oh. Nope. Hard no. And again. I just want to see what... Oh, interesting. That was cheap. That was so rude. I mean, that was also really bad. I lost a lot of life. Oh, this is a grave situation. No self-control if you think of something, you post it. That's amazing. Well, shoot. So, the other side was just some stairs, and I think if I climb them, I just end up back in the graveyard. And so I think... Gosh, I hope I have the magic left for it. Because I don't think my jump spell is going to get me up there. And so what do we do, chat? What do we do in a situation like that? We recognize that we learned a new spell. And I had almost forgotten that we'd learned a new spell. But the new spell we learned was Fairy. And Fairy is otherwise known as just get me out of here. Ugh. Oh my gosh. This dude at the lower end of things is bad. Turn the cave into a home and eat the trespassers. You know what? Yes. Absolutely. That's what I should have done. My mistake. My mistake. Instead, I turned into a fairy. Oh, shoot. I lost life there. Okay. I do not like how this is starting, because this is not a lot of, like, I'm not full life or full magic. Having gone through that secret tunnel. And I would imagine that this is going to not go well for me. It is a nice statue. I'm considering save stating and hitting it to see what happens. Would be a shame if someone were to hit it. Thing is, I'm also considering going back to this save slot and seeing if I can do this without taking quite so much damage. But let's start with red potion. Not bad. I like that. We'll call that good. That'll be a good start. Full life, almost full magic. Woo! I'm worried. So what sort of enemies are there, chat? Oh. I would need to use the jump spell for that. Oh. Hello? What? You're not allowed to jump. That's my thing. That was almost all my life. Okay. That was a lot of life. So I need to not die quite that hard against this guy. I don't know how we're going to accomplish that. No. Oh no, you're worse. Now there's two of you. Hitless run incoming. Absolutely not. Oh, this blue guy. Oh my gosh, he's also got a downward stab? I don't like this. I don't like anything about this. I think... Yeah, I can break these blocks. Why does that matter? Am I supposed to do that for any reason? Well, there's an enemy who's finally caught up to me, as well as this guy. That was hilarious. Oh my gosh. I don't like this room. Like, it's fine overall. But it's hard to keep track. Okay, so I'm definitely supposed to do something. These guys, why did they jump over things sometimes? I absolutely think I need to destroy a bunch of these blocks for some reason. But where? And which? The little spike puck guys, you hate them? Yeah, that makes sense. I'm a little bit worried. For several reasons, chat. But, like, mostly... Hello? Mostly because, like, stuff ain't telling me what I want to know. Oh my gosh. The spike puck guys are difficult to deal with. So what I've learned is that, like, I might be stuck here. Yeah, I'm gonna need to jump spell out and or make myself some stairs. So from what? Oops. Hello? Why can't I hit them? This is the worst. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Like, there's definitely something hidden somewhere. But I'm gonna lose all my life looking for it because I don't know where. You don't remember anything being hidden in the blocks? Well, my guide says there's a pea bag and a key, but it might mean visible. And then the problem is that neither of my guides discuss this room. They are just like, and in the next room, you'll have something dropping fire on you and some falling blocks. And this room has neither. So, like, truly, I have no idea what they're talking about at this point. But I think this is the one we were at. Yeah. But we are going to get ourselves a little bit of a reset here. Because it's true that I don't see anything. Whoops. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I should have downward stabbed. Aha! Okay, so here's the thing with the falling. Why do none of my guides feel the need to go over, like, other rooms? Kate Bloomer,
Kate
welcome
27
in.
rated my stream with 9 views.
Let me just panic for a second right here, and we're just gonna straight up pause. Hello, welcome in, Kate Bloomer, and folks who came in with the Raidmon. Kate Mom Digivolve 2 Raidmon. That is adorable. I love that. Shout out to Kate. Thank you so much for the raid. That's so sweet. That's so lovely. How has Digimon survive? Did you survive? I mean, you must have if you Digivolve.
Kate Bloomer 27 just resubscribed for 4 months.
Yay!
Plumberry gifted a tier 1 sub to Kate Bloomer 27.
Plum,
they are given 29 gift subs in the channel.
That is so many gift subs. Plum, thank you so much for gifting that sub to Kate. Kate, enjoy! You get access to the Lady Q emotes. Not all the Digimon survived. Oh no, cry! You did have enemies to fight. That happens. Well, welcome in, Kate and other folks. I am Lady QEW. I enjoy Nintendo content. I especially enjoy completionism content. And so we are playing through Zelda in 2023. And by that I mean I am torturing myself with Zelda II, among other things. We are failing pretty miserably at this palace so far. I am regretting coming here really hard, which is why I made a save state before I left. Just in case I want to pretend none of this happened at some point. But it's really lovely to have you, Kate. Really lovely to have anybody who came in with you. Super, super lovely. And I do understand, Kate, even though you've been here to watch streams before, if you need to dip and deal with things like, you know, lunch after your stream, I would totally understand. Absolutely and completely. But you know, if anyone happens to be here with some channel points and wants to donate them towards the February Game Swap Challenge, we do have 3 vaguely relationally themed games up in honor of the Valentine's Day month in which we live. And you can always throw some meaningless calories in the form of channel points at those if you wanted to. You shall be doing exactly that. Get your lunch! Girl! Aha! There we go. See, this is the difference. I want that. Thank you. This key is not hidden, is the point. We will crush. We will grab it. Oh, thank you very much for that contribution. Yoshi's Island? Okay. Oh my gosh. He is a lot easier to kill when the floor is also destroyed with him. I will say that. Whoops. I don't really want to be here right now. Okay. That could have gone a lot worse. So we're gonna take it. Plum, thank you very much for your contribution as well. We are making headway. We are making headway. The games that are on offer are Emily is Away, Clarence's Big Chance, and Yoshi's Island, because that is K. Menzel's fault. As he said, it involves the delivery of babies and therefore must be a romantic game in its conception. No pun intended there. I just said that wrong. 4K Menzel, Yoshi's Island. Huh. That's interesting. Baby delivery is not equal to romantic. Well, you would know, Beavis. The logic is sound. Okay, so there's a red iron knuckle there that apparently I don't have to fight. This is gonna go badly for me, isn't it? Nope! Get me out of here! Oh look, there's another one! Okay, so they're... awful. Seriously? Okay, okay. Bam! Okay, chat, we're in the middle of everything, and we're still gonna make ourselves a save state because that red potion drop was very lucky. I appreciate that. So we have some contributions. We already have a couple of votes for Yoshi's Island, which is delightful. Logic is sound indeed. I think, Settle Down Beavis, if I actually do end up playing Yoshi's Island, and an attempt to call it a romantic game, I think all it will take is one iteration of Baby Mario's and everyone will be dissuaded of the notion that it is romantic. So this is interesting because I can't get up here, but I feel like I want to. Like, we haven't gone in that direction, you know? And I can't help but thinking I fell by accident. And so I am a little worried. Yoshi's Island should be mandatory parenting training. That's funny. Yeah, I do think I'm supposed to... I don't think I can do this without a jump spell, which seems like such a waste. You saved, so why not? That's true. If I end up going further that way and it's not the right way to go, I can always just, you know, undo that. If I ever had a kid, I'd totally let a lizard babysit it. What could go wrong? Absolutely nothing, clearly. Why am I outside? Oh my gosh. Oh, his knee thrust. Oh, this is unfortunate. I stab. Well, that definitely seems required. I think Yoshi's a dinosaur. Oh, I do not like this. I'm just trying to leave. Okay. Okay, so that definitely seemed like we needed to go there because we did get a key from it. We got some opinions on dinosaurs incoming. Yeah, that's true. Yoshi does have boots, but he is called a dinosaur. Mayhaps they did! Are they born with boots on? I don't think... Actually, I can't prove dinosaurs didn't have boots. Which is important because I'm pretty sure we can prove that Yoshi are born with boots. We do see it in Thousand Year Door. We birth a Yoshi in the form of an egg hatch, and the Yoshi is already wearing a diaper and boots. And Super Mario World? Oh good, even earlier lore then. As always, I am stressed about the amount of life and magic that I have. As one does. I did need that key. I maybe didn't need to lose all the life that I lost, but I did need the key. Oh, wow! He grows instantly. What was he on? He doesn't grow instantly in Thousand Year Door. I'm very, very worried about what else this palace has in store for us. Interesting. The oncoming storm, welcome in. It is so lovely to see you. How is Zelda II? It is. It is. This palace is kicking my butt so far. And so it is a tough one. We did a little bit of level grinding at the beginning of the day, and that was nice. That was nice. And then we made our way to the Island Palace, I believe. Go find lunch, Kate. It was really nice to see you, and thank you for the raid.
Akasetsuna is now following.
Oh, thank you very much for the follow. I have allowed these guys to spawn. I'm going to have to go back there. This will be fine. This will be fine. It is a game. It's definitely a game. I'm given to understand it as a game. Aww! Yeah, thank you very much for the follow. That's super lovely. I love meeting new friends. What the heck are you? I hate you! Oh my goodness! Sorry, not like anybody here, just like, that was not nice. I just drowned. I assure you, I pressed the jump button, but that's fine. Aww! Really lovely to meet you. I don't mind at all. I understand the need to jump in and out, so it's really nice to see you. And it is lovely to meet you. Heart? Very lovely. This game is famous for being hard. Yes, it is brutal so far. Oh! 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 Well, that was less health loss than the first time. I'll take it. Oh boy. Come on. I need this, and I need you to die, please. Oh, thank you. Much appreciated. Oh, this game is hard. It's very stressful, especially the palaces are stressful. There's a lot of other things that I can, like, get used to. Yeah. See, I just knew I wasn't gonna make that jump. Oh! Oh! Probably shouldn't have gone for that jump, but, you know, we did. And we're here. I do not like that you are recoiling into almost the lava. Link. Friend? Link? This is very difficult. This is very difficult. I don't like the palaces. They are hard, folks. They are hard. Got him. Okay, that's one down. I'm starting to have extreme distrust of this palace. Oh my gosh! He throws swords! Okay. I'm gonna need to fight you out in the open, sir. Okay. We got one hit. We got one hit. I don't know how many hits he takes. I've never seen the blue one before. Oh my gosh. Rapid fire swords. I don't like that he backs up. Oh! I got like 3 hits in on him. Oh my gosh, he's powerful. Oh, Blue Iron Knuckles, man. Blue Iron Knuckles, they are difficile. Okay, so what I've learned is I can hit them, but I need to be able to hit him more than 3 times. Oh. Oh. Darn. I didn't react fast enough. No, not create. Load. Whoop. Whoopsies, whoopsies. This is gonna take us a while, I think. Why can he just throw 5 in a row? So, step 1 when fighting these guys is gonna absolutely be having to close the distance. Come on, throw a low sword. Ooh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I lived. I think my most important question is whether that statue up there has a red refill potion or not. Because that will determine my actions. Is anyone going to tell me that? Will either of my guides tell me this? Where's the Blue Iron Knuckle? Blue Iron Knuckle. Oh. They do not say that it drops a potion. So. I did live. I think I have enough magic to heal myself by a little bit. I'm so tempted to just flee out of this palace entirely. You know what I mean? Just straight up running away. Welcome back, Petulant Cobra. That was, somewhat lackluster as an entrance, but I appreciate you being here anyway. Oh, hey, what is this? Is this an item? You've seen someone playing this temple? Did they die? I'm gonna die, probably. So I have a raft. I found a raft. Chat, does that mean that I can now go across the water and visit new and wonderful places? Incredibly off-topic story that you cannot keep to yourself? Well, then share! Off-topic doesn't matter. Okay, so now I'm supposed to backtrack, and my prayer is that the hard enemies don't respawn. Got roped into being an unwitting accomplice to stealing a goat? Okay, I'm invested. I am invested in this story. What on earth? And also, yes, please. Ah. I will be slowly making my way across some lava while I wait for you to type. I almost died. Okay. Hey. Nope. I actually died. Those jumps are annoying because Link has slippery shoes. Potion? No potion. That is truly rude. That guy didn't even wait around for me? How truly rude. How do you, like, real question, how do you steal a goat? Like, one presumes there's a farm involved, and how do you unwittingly almost help steal a goat? Like, just as a premise, this story is fascinating to me. Ah! We say no! What are you? I don't understand what I'm supposed to do, but I lost a lot of life to them, and that makes me somewhat unhappy. Okay, so there is supposed to be a red potion somewhere. Is it up there? If it is... Oh my gosh. There are too many enemies in this room, and I'm just trying to figure out if this is the potion statue or not. I can't even cast my jump spell. Okay. Do you know what we're doing? Not that, first of all. We are backing up. We are gonna do this again. This is fine. In a minute, because we have a story incoming, and that is fascinating. Hey, I'm bringing a goat. I need you to take care of it while I'm not here. Is most of the time. Okay. Does not actually belong to him? Okay. I mean, the story's already crazy. Like, is that... Like, she's asking around, talking to other people to see, like, how to look after a goat? Or if this is a normal request? Because, like, to me, that is a somewhat unusual request. The story is already the goat. Yes. Is it this one? Okay. I hate these things. Which of these statues is the statue that gives me the potion is all I'm trying to figure out right now. I need you to leave me alone. Okay, not you. That is not a potion. Okay. I feel very lied to. Chad, I feel very lied to. His grand plan to go to the other side of this mountain and somehow intercept the goat? I'm so confused. We'll see what happens. Well, did she at least say, no, I'm not gonna help you look after a goat, or is she stuck here? I'm not sure what the end game is here. Can't the end game just be goat? Petulant Cobra? Does the end game have to be anything other than just having a goat? Good on her. Okay, so neither of those gave me a potion. Was that me? Was that me? Because I've been told that statue that dropped a red iron knuckle would give me a potion. He just assumed that she would. He didn't actually ask. Oh! Well, that's rude. Well, she's not gonna look after it. Absolutely not. Okay. So we're gonna try this again. This is not going well. I hate these things. These are the worst enemy. And I did just fight Blue Iron Knuckles. Okay, we'll take that first, and then we will take... Hold on. So now we've gotten where we should be. Oh my gosh. And I need these things to leave me alone. And we're running away. Okay. We made it into the next room. That's an achievement as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, he doesn't sound like a great, anything. How do I... Okay. So, there's an elevator here. Do I keep going, or do I... This game's tight. SFR Cloudy, nice to see you. This game is hard, let me tell you. I feel very unprepared. Messed up hard? Yes. I would absolutely agree with that. I feel very unprepared for this. So I think I have to go past this elevator. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. So we're just gonna keep going this way. Oh, we're gonna make a mistake immediately. We're gonna successfully destroy that Iron Knuckle. Bring it on. Belated Fae Raid! Well, welcome in. That I am finding, so this is a game. It is a game. You know what though? You got this. You'll beat this game. You'll have beaten the 2 hardest Zelda games and boom! Rest will go great too. I am playing through all of Zelda with a completionist mindset, trying to 100% the games that I play. I have never played Zelda 2 before at all, and it is a butt-kicking game. Oh my gosh, I hate those guys. Oops, I jumped at the wrong time for that. So how do I get that in a way that lets me get back up afterwards? I'm not sure I do. Pretty sure I get it. Oh my gosh. Can I please? Ah, that was annoying. Okay. Can I make myself stairs? Maybe? Maybe not. I don't think I can do this jump that I need to do without using a jump spell, which is fine. Maybe it's worth it, especially if these guys come back. Hello? That is some BS. I hate this enemy. Oh, I hate him so much. Nope. Fight me. It didn't work, which is annoying. So we're just gonna leave this way. We're gonna wait. And then we're gonna go this way. Oops. I missed him. Got him. I can't. I can't. This game is ridiculous. Oh my gosh. Can't believe I lost health to that guy. Oh, the wolf heads. The wolf heads. Okay, and all of that was for a key, which I presume I need to access the boss room. Maybe I'm overly positive, and you got this at times. People did nothing but ridicule and put down. Aww. Well, I appreciate that. I do appreciate your positivity. I like being able to believe in myself. I just also sometimes start from a position of not. I'm okay with acknowledging that games are hard, and I'm also okay with acknowledging that we can do it anyway, you know? Okay, what's coming up? What sort of difficulty? What sort of difficulty are we gonna have here? Is it safe? Is it safe to just be here for a minute? I am not sure. Okay. So this is a moment. I don't like that he is that close to the door. I need to use that door. I need it. Aww. Yeah, I'm not someone I don't enjoy seeing people bullied. And I also can understand that sometimes it can be a struggle to watch people, like, be down on themselves. I assure you, I promise, Plum, I'm not emotionally down on myself for this. This game is hard, and this game is kicking my butt. But that's okay, because we're going to kick its butt right back. We are not here to give up. I mean, we are here to panic and scream a lot. You're not a dingus. You're a caring human being. Come on. Come on. Who has a great sense of humor. We're gonna save. I got this! I do got the thing! You always thought they were armored gorillas? You know what? I see it. Run? Oh no. I'm stuck here. Well, shoot. I thought that was Shredder. I think this might be actually worth loading back here. Come on. I respect both of those viewpoints. For some reason I thought my jump spell was still active, and so I just needed to do a light little press. And I was wrong. What? Why can the blue iron knuckle... Why? Yeah, you never know. You never know how much a small sentiment can help someone. And I definitely appreciate the encouragement. It is certainly getting me to a point. Okay, so I would like... I don't like that this guy can throw his swords through things. Yeah, see? This is not gonna go well. Because I need him specifically to be there. Like, I can't fight him? Like, okay, so this is gonna be difficult. I'm glad you're here too, Cloudy. You can't fight him, but can you bite him? Honestly, if that were an attack in this game, I would be using it a lot. So, let me just explain the problem I'm having, chat. I see how that room goes, okay? Not some places are dead ends. And there is an easy way to get through it that involves not having to fight every single one of the Iron Knuckles. And I'm okay with it. If we fight not all of the Iron Knuckles, that's fine. But to fight an Iron Knuckle, thus far. Stabbery like this does not help. It doesn't, like, work because they have a shield. And stabbery like this doesn't work because they have a shield. So the only thing that works is if you jump and stab on your way down when you get to their head level, which is approximately there. Like just above where my head is. So I can't even get that every time. But if I can't jump and come down, that means I can't hit them at all. And in that little corridor where he was, in that area, I can't jump. It is exactly the height of my sprite. And so I don't know how I'm supposed to hit him if I don't have him in that central section. And then the problem I'm running into is that the blue Iron Knuckles swords go through that rock wall, and so he can just kill me from behind me, while the red Iron Knuckle is killing me from in front, and I don't actually know what I'm supposed to do to defeat the red Iron Knuckle. You know? I know. Oops. Well, that wasn't a good start. We'll try again. That was also not a good start. They're just knuckling down in there. Exactly. Exactly. And it's very rude of them. Come here. Come on, Shredder. And or Mr. Gorilla, depending on who I ask. Okay, so I definitely want to start by going up, I think. Well, yeah, that was what I was trying to do, but I died. I don't like that they go from either side of me. So we are going to do this, because I have to in order to get up here. And so maybe... See, I just don't like that they're both here together. Ah, darn. They noticed me. So, I don't know. Maybe I can go down the bottom route. I don't like this. I don't like that they both notice that I'm here, like, immediately. Fascinating. I really can only get him with this jump attack. That's interesting. I'm experimenting. Did I do that after? Oh, Beavis, I like that idea, trying to take out Blue first, but I still need him in the jump window. And Red can stab me if I'm standing on that block, I think. Let's experiment. Because I see your point. I think I'm not going to be able to get away with only destroying one of them. So, whoops. That was too many blocks. Oh my gosh. Sir, I'm gonna... See, wow, he can stab me when I'm just standing next to it. Interesting. Okay. So what is this bottom route? I know, it's so rude. That is just an unbelievable amount of reach. Like, I can't even swing my sword. Like, okay. I actually, like, can't defeat him there. Oh, I could have led him all the way back here. I cannot attack upwards at this time. I think that there is a point at which I learned how to do that. But it is not current. Not currently. Not currently. We are having some struggles with this room. Come on. I can do that. I don't think I have the ability to kill the red iron knuckle at this point, but I can do that. I agree, Kate Bloomer. I think I get an upstab eventually, but I do not have it right now. So, a fat lot of good it does me in the future. Probably. Well, that was the best possible option. Okay, so as it turns out, trapping the blue one and just going for the red one is absolutely what we want. That was, you know what? I don't even care about that pea bag right now. This is fine. This is fine. Another room down. Oh, that was good. That was good. I mean, I didn't say EXP. I said P-Bag. There is a P on that bag, and that is all we care about. I mean, that's not all we care about. I'm afraid of the next room, chat. I saved, right? Oh no! I would never say a naughty word, Kate. Chat, those are curtains. Two! I'm a twoozer, personally. That's very exciting. Beavis, I love you just popping in there to be like, get him! Get him! He just needs to die! He just needs to die! Okay, that is very cool. A Nintendo Direct and 2 episodes of Bad Batch is extremely exciting. My question is this. Hello? Oh, my stars! Okay, so he got me. Oh, I got him. Nope, I did not get him that time. Okay, I think I understand this. So I can down stab him. Like that. If I get my timing correct. That was not it? Why are you going in and out of the screen, sir? So I'm much better at this when he's going Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. So he is now in Iron Knuckle mode. Where are you going? Okay. I understand. I understand. I understand. So. The oncoming storm, thank you for that encouragement. I need it. So, first things first. We shield. And then we hover over life so that if we panic, press the minus button, we get a little bit of health back. And then we save. And then we see what happens. Okay. So he's gonna come from this side first. Oh, he got me and I got him. That's not what we wanted to see. And there you have it, folks. Lady QEW is slowly but surely getting a little bit better at this game. Because every once in a while, I learned something through dying to a boss. And then I own him! Okay. Heckin' pro indeed. Oh! Okay. 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 That's nice. Crystal placed. Whew. I can't say I'm not sweaty, but I did win. So that was nice. And you are entirely right, Beavis. Save states make this game possible. I admire so heckin' much the people who learned how to play this game and just did. You know? Like, I do note that the death mechanic is actually, like, not the worst, if I could say that. It isn't as penalizing, and that's important, but you do still need to develop the skill. And like, just, I don't even know how people did this before save states. You didn't beat the game if you use save states? Psh. I am not, okay, chat, I'm a completionist. I'm not a purist. I don't consider it unfair to use any skills at your disposal to try to experience something, because the point of a game like Zelda II, like, I'm playing this now so many years after it came out, the goal is to make it accessible to me as someone who's new, coming to this game for the first time. How can I learn how to play it? And save states do make that more accessible, and I think that's cool. I mean, the credits playing means I beat the game! But did you collect everything that was collectible or had a collectible mechanic? Because I am a completionist! But you're right. Like, it's... I don't understand the value or the goal of the kind of criticism of people. It doesn't make sense to me. If you need save states, like, man, good on you for figuring that out. And for still figuring out how to do it. It's not like I did any less work trying to understand the dumb iron knuckle on a horse boss. But I will admit, that one actually, so first of all, was hard from the perspective of it took more hits, but like was easier for me to parse as someone who's played Zelda games before. Like, I understood how to beat him. And that was pretty cool. I like that. Okay. So now we need to get back to safety, chat. I presume the raft doesn't work just from walking to an edge. So I'm just gonna, real quick, go here. And then we're gonna, sure. Whew! We're gonna make it out of there without taking too much damage. You do not comprehend my save state processes? That's okay. You don't have to. You're right. Oh my gosh. Just die. Nice. We lost a little bit of life, but that's okay. We don't need all of our life. We're just fleeing. Why 4? Like, why all different places? Yes, I can actually explain that. I tried doing that a little bit last stream. So when it comes to my suspend points, you might notice there are 4 available to me. Like a total of 4. Beavis remembers my explanation, a little bit of my explanation, which is fine. So there are a total of 4 available to me. And so I kind of have like a catalog in my head of a rotation. Rather than using one save slot and committing to it, I actually kind of juggle them. So I think of them as reset points. The very top save slot here, you can see that's from 251. That is the last time I was playing this game and felt completely safe. And so that means if I go, you know what, this isn't the run, I want to scrap this whole attempt at this palace, I have a spot that I can get back to wherein I have full health, full magic, and am not in immediate danger. And that is my save state 1, constantly, forever. It is what I would classify as a real save. So that is my real save. The other 3 save states, I usually juggle to some extent based on a feeling of personal security. And so that particular one, thank you, Kate Bloomer, for redeeming word of the stream, incomprehensible. I will continue explaining while I try to write that word on my chalkboard. Okay, 200 save files is a lot. And I admit, I rarely use more than 3 save states at a time. And so I am using a 4th one for this game, and it means that one of my save states is usually not that helpful. So what you saw me in that dungeon using save state 2 for, this tends to actually be relatively true. So 1 is I am safe. I am not in danger. I have full health. I have full magic. The second save state is I'm starting something. So I started that palace, which means I saved at the beginning. And that gives me an opportunity again to do a soft reset of the palace rather than a hard reset of the palace. And then I have the 2 save states underneath with that, which I juggle based on where my health is at, where my magic is at, and what I feel that I've accomplished. And so in that one, I saved before going down the elevator with reasonably full health and magic. And at no point in time since then did I feel in any way secure that I was in a good position again. And so I didn't use that save state again for a while. I kept just using 4 each time I completed another room and hadn't died. And I'm like, that is not permanent. If that has to be a learning save state that I completely lose because I choose to go back to save state 3, then that's valid. I'm learning and I'm trying to figure out how to get through these rooms. And the next time I do them, I might be better at them. And so if I have to take another run at them, go back to save state 3, that's fine. And then I hit a room that I was like, oh no, I actually want to save here. And you know what? Actually, I'm not doing too badly. So I am going to jump back and use that save state 3 and kind of, I usually juggle those ones back and forth a little bit more to give like a bit more progress. But by the time I was in the boss room, I was like, nope, now I'm committed. So it didn't actually matter at that point whether it was 3, 4, or even 2. But my habit patterns work best if I'm thinking of juggling 3 and 4. Essentially, 3 and 4 are the ones where if I accidentally overwrite them, it doesn't really matter because I still have my security of save slot 2 if I need it. And I still have my extreme security of save slot 1 if I need it. So like, that's the system. It's entirely based on my personal feelings of anxiety, and therefore I can really understand why someone else may not experience that the same way. So incomprehensible. Huh? That's a nice long word. You know what? It's not the best, and it gets smaller as it goes along. I do not have enough space on my chalkboard for that. Maybe I could do it on a diagonal. Oh, I should have done that on a diagonal. I should have thought of that. And then I didn't. Spread out the save states after each decision in case you make a bad decision. You can go back and pick. Yes. Exactly. If I make a bad decision, I can go back. And not only can I go back, I can choose how far I want to go back if I feel like I've made several bad decisions in a row. For that stuff, it makes sense, but here it does not. That's okay. I think I'm just continuing. You have put a lot of thought into this. I like it. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, those chalkboard sounds. Insipid Inspector, welcome in. Thank you for being here. Zelda 2 is one of your favorite games. Love watching new people play it. Well, I am indeed playing this game. We are here. We exist. And at this point, what I'm trying to do is get back to a town so that I can feel safety and security once more. So we are, like, not even pretending that we're going to try and fight any of these people. We are just running away. This is fine. Path is here. Path is here. Yep, fire alarm time. I do apologize for the fire alarm sounds, chat. Chaos. Chaos ensues. Hi, friend! Hi, side chick. Thank you for your support and assistance. And now, the moment we have all been waiting for. I save. Because we've done extra things. We've done more. I am very, very sorry for the awful noises. I cannot do anything about them. Probably someone was smoking in one of their units, and the fire alarms are not designed for that because it is a no-smoking building. So we made it back to safety. Just pretend it's a cricket. In the absence of my talking to villagers, the game has given me cricket noises. It's night. The crickets are chirping. That's perfect. 5,000. That's a lot. I think that's my next attack, though. And I do want that. I do want that next attack. We still have a little bit of time. Right, and so, just to kind of go back to the finalizing of that explanation of save states, I'm officially at the point where, as far as I'm concerned, these 3 are empty. I know they don't look empty, and I know I haven't, like, overwritten them in the same place. Like, but these aren't real to me anymore. This is now my game, because I've officially saved my game. And so I could plug whatever I want into those other save state slots and it wouldn't bother me because I have like this mental understanding. This is my game. This is where it is. And that's enough. Chapter, page, paragraph, line. Ooh, that's a really good analogy. Like chapter, I'm safe, everything's fine. We have like a break. Page, okay, we're gonna do a new adventure. There's like a little bit of an arc starting. Paragraph, okay, I just got the raft. I should probably save because then at least I have the raft. Line, I lived through another room. I lived through another room. I lived through another jump across fire. I lived through another room. Like that is not a bad way. That's not a bad way of understanding it. That definitely isn't always reflective of what I do because I think I tend to, especially in the middle of a dungeon, have chapter, page, line, 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 like I'm not even seeing things at the paragraph level. This is a really unpleasant noise. So what we're gonna do, chat, I know 5,000 is a long way away, but I already know that my next stream is mostly going to be level grinding anyways, because my schedule around this time of year is very difficult. The biggest advice I can give is if you can save, do it at the end of every room until you're really comfortable with the whole game. That's great advice, honestly. Like, I think I'm at the point now, which is really cool, because this is very different from when I first started playing. I am, like, officially at the point where I can, like, grind for levels. Oh my gosh, those birds are just wreckage. They're just wreckage on me. I try to avoid the moblins as much as I can, but it happens to the best of us. Like, I'm now at the point where I can feel like I can grind for levels and not be constantly running back to town every time I do a screen. I'm like, I'm understanding of like how much health I have, how much magic I have, like when I need to actually refill my stats and whatever. So for level grinding, I feel pretty accomplished. But from the perspective of like doing dungeons, I'm still in that panic zone of like, no, even defeating a single enemy feels like an accomplishment sometimes because some of the screens are so hard. 30 years to finally beat the game without saving. Wow. You know what? I can see that. Like, save states make this game so much more possible in a way things were not. So, I am a little worried that my fire alarm isn't turning off. And so I'm gonna go back to what I was saying, which is... There's no good spot to really do it except close to the very end. That's interesting. Okay. I'm gonna let myself get distracted and that's fine. As long as there isn't a real fire, that's fine. So that's interesting because one of the things that I've said a couple of times is that I really like that what they've done in this game is increase the threshold rather than decrease or fiddle with the points earned per kill, because that actually just turns level grinding into a matter of patience for me. And I am the sort of person who has been doing that for most of my life. The first time I think I ever played a video game was when I was doing the grinding part of Pokemon for a friend of mine who didn't have the patience to do the level grinding but wanted to continue the story of the game. And so I just walked around in one patch of grass for like 45 minutes every lunch recess and then gave her game back to her with several levels up on whatever Pokemon she was training at the time. Like, I have so much patience for this sort of grinding that I absolutely agree. It is prohibitively time consuming. And yet, I'm gonna do it. You hear sirens. Sirens are important. Are they coming to save the kitten? That is a very important question. So yeah, in essence, like, I do note, it is not an efficient use of time. Why didn't I get hit by that? You know what? Let's not look a gift horse in the mouth. Let's keep going. It is not an efficient use of time to do this, but it is definitely fun for me, in a way. And I don't know what that says about me, but it's definitely made me like the game better to just go through this swamp a million times. Yeah, look at that double hit. I feel so skilled. No, not the moblin. Ugh. Ah, shoot. I want this potion. And now I want to leave. I want to run away. From a speedrunner POV, the swamp is one of the worst areas in the game. No kidding! Oh my gosh, I can only imagine. Oh man. Oh my gosh. I thought it would be fun to try this. I have regrets. Dude, just die. I swung at you like 3 times. That's fine. We'll just get that back. It's fine. Because not only, like, you move slower, and so being able to run away from, like, encounters, I feel like you probably get stuck an awful lot in the slowness of the swamp if you choose to speedrun this game. There was someone else who's been in my chat for the last couple of times that I've been playing this, who's also a speedrunner of the game. Oh my gosh. Wow. My skills there had some struggles. It's okay. Who was telling me about there's certain, like, screens in this game that if you, like, leave and exit them, uh-oh. Yep. That's what I thought. We're running! We're running away from the birds that steal my experience. Right, and he was telling me about, like, some of the despawning tricks and stuff like that, and there's absolutely a part of a dungeon that I think I wouldn't have made it through ever without a despawn trick, so I was actually very grateful for it, because it certainly... Speedrunning tech is designed to sort of exploit games in a way that, to me, it feels like it makes them easier to play. The first time I ever played A Link to the Past was after watching Andy speedrun it like 4 million times. And what it did for me was it didn't help me understand where I was supposed to go or when or like what the story was, but it helped me understand the concept behind the boss fights. And that made them beatable eventually through the use of save states. Because I'd watched him do it so many times that I was like, well, I can't. I don't have the skill. It's not working. But I know how. And that was actually the first time I had ever played a Zelda game. Was that kind of attempt, that frustrated, like shaking almost of, no, I want to play this game. I want it to be accessible. I understand that I'm not skilled enough for it, but I want to. Oh, cool. I don't have to be deaf anymore, chat. Oh. Nope. Nope. We're back to deaf. There are a lot of ways to manipulate the game into making it easier. I kind of love that. Gotta be honest, I kinda love the idea that oh good, path. Oh, sorry about that. I have like links banned, but I will absolutely, if I have a spare 15 minutes, I will check that out. You can glitch the game and cheat to the end. Oh my stars, yes. I'm very sorry about the ban. It is an auto mod setting for me. Insipid Inspector, no harm meant. And thank you very much for that reference, because I love watching games get broken. And you know, just because it happened, I'm gonna show off one of my follower emotes. Very briefly. Echo in Mexico, welcome in! So lovely to see you today. How are you? Thank you for redeeming seasonal candy and non-seasonal candy. Amazing. I am so thrilled. I mean, I'm so thrilled, but I also have a little bit of egg on my face because I realized it's February and I don't have any Valentine candies. So that would be the seasonal candy, but instead, we are refusing to acknowledge the passage of time today, and our seasonal candy is going to continue to be candy canes. Because it's still December, right, chat? It's still 2022. Nothing has changed. Nothing has happened. This could be seasonal. I feel very bad about it. I just noticed it today, but I didn't have the opportunity to pick something up. That's okay. I absolutely have the setting that lets me permit people if they're gonna toss links into chat. But I am sorry about the auto ban all the same, because you were trying to be helpful, and I appreciate that. And I am super looking forward to seeing how broken that gets. So, Echo in Mexico. Our non-seasonal candy is the delightful sour misfit gummies, which are super, super delicious. And I love them. Oh! Even when they're sour, it's almost like that's what I signed up for. Woo! I love it. There's lemon in this one, and lemon is always the most sour. It just says seasonally themed. It's a season. I appreciate that. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Beavis, on that subject, I watched, I think it was the devs of Portal, and Portal 2 maybe? Watching the speedruns of their games, and like commenting on how broken it was. Thank you very much for the follow.
Insipid Inspector is now following.
Oh, TTS, you did so well. Good for you. Yeah, I watched the like Portal and Portal 2 devs watch speedruns, and that was really funny to me. It was fascinating because not only did they know the code, they had done some of the testing on the code to try to prevent stuff like that from happening. And so I think I remember one of them saying how interesting it was that they were exploiting, like, the speedrunners were exploiting a glitch that they, like, had tried so hard to patch out and just couldn't figure out how to be rid of. I'll take that. That wasn't bad. Fallout New Vegas? That does sound fun. Oh my gosh, really? So what I can tell you, chat, is there is the fire department on premises right now. So we're fine. We're not going to be told to evacuate the building. But boy, does that not always mean that the awful noise stops. You know? Sometimes it just keeps going forever. So yeah. This week being, it's Tuesday today, right? So we have almost precisely 1 week until Valentine's Day happens, chat. And since in real life, I work in a chocolate store, it's obviously a very busy time for me this week. Which means that my current plan, I believe, but I will double check, is to have another short stream this week on Friday morning. I think that's what I put in my Discord. Does anyone remember anything I ever say, me included? Because I don't think I ever remember anything that I say. Yeah. Friday morning at 9:30 a.m. EST is going to be a short stream for me. I'll probably only do 2 hours instead of my usual 3. And it will mostly be this. So if this is the content that you're here for, you will get so much more of it on Friday. I am just going to slay Octorocks, hopefully until I get 5,000 experience points, you know? Like, that's what we're aiming for. Get another level in something. And then the following week, hopefully I'll be able to go back to a more normative schedule, which may or may not include, by that point, the game swap. And so, again, every month, I kind of table some suggestions for a game to swap in for a single stream that you guys can redeem channel points, otherwise known as meaningless calories, towards if you want to see me play something other than Zelda 2 at all this month, because we're completionists here, and I really like playing the same game over and over again until I've beaten it forever and gotten every single extra that I can possibly get. So understandably, it can be good to take a break from that sometimes. I love this full life, full magic thing. This is so much less stressful than dungeons. Or I guess than palaces in this game. And so yeah, if you want to redeem any channel points towards that, the games that are on the table for this month have some themes related to relationships. So we have Clarence's big chance about going on a first date. We have Emily is Away about trying to court one of your friends via MSN. And we have Yoshi's Island, which is about delivering babies. I am firmly advised by K. Menzel. So those are the games on the table, and you can feel free 100% Witcher 3 run soon. No. Never is my guess. Yeah, and so if you feel like contributing any channel points towards that challenge, you may feel free. Yeah, literally. Well, but like... I don't mean to be, exclusionary of those who are single. We accept all friends in this chat, and I just wanted to acknowledge, and part of the point, I think for me, was picking games that, like, they weren't romantic, so that you wouldn't really miss... If you didn't have a romantic attachment, you wouldn't really miss it. But it's hard for me to ignore the season given that I work in a chocolate store. Boring Yoshi's Island. That's the point. That's why it's such a funny suggestion, Kate. I kind of hope it wins. But I'm not supposed to affect the vote. Emily is Away does look like an interesting game. And I never heard of it before. No dating sims. Beavis, it is your fault that I'm getting attacked by birds right now and having my experience stolen because I laughed at your joke instead of paying attention to where I was walking. Let's just, you know, continue our process. Would still totally let a lizard sword babysit my child. Yeah, that's fair. Oh, platonic friend sims. So, Beavis, I think a dating sim game is what Emily is Away is. It's about, like, trying to court someone you know from school via MSN. Is that not what a dating sim is? Like, it's dialogue tree? The KFC dating sim or Dream Daddy? No. No, not those ones. Not the absolute, like, out to left field, not even from this planet ones. Platonic friend sims is just called podcasts. That's funny. Platonic can mean different things to different people. You are right. You're right. It can definitely mean very different things depending on context. But, like, can I just say, I would absolutely play a platonic friendship sim. I so miss the days of MSN dating. Got him. I didn't even lose life that time to those guys. Or even to him! Yo, look at that! We're getting better at the boomerang, bros! See, this is what I do whenever I'm in the swamp and I see a moblin, like, going at me. Oops. I sometimes unsuccessfully. Excuse you, I was stabbing you. Would you kindly just stay in place and wait for me to finish? Thank you. I just, like, run for the grass and fight the boomerang bros instead of fighting the birds. We're a pigeon? That's amazing. Okay, Menzel. That is not what we mean by platonic, and you know it. It's not like the platonic solids. You really miss picking up girls in the food court? That's amazing. Well, I could have played that one. I mean, I probably couldn't have. I don't think I own it. Yoshi's going through an existential crisis. Yes. That's true. We did just say platonic has many meanings and could be abstract. And so, like, fair. Fair enough. Fair enough. I would like this potion. I also like having full life, even when I don't really need it. This is a goodly amount of starting progress, I think, towards my next level. I like that we are ending this stream where we began it. With destruction of Octorocks. And lots of death. Aww. No. That's such a shame. It can be hard to keep up with even platonic cuddle buddies. I mean, it's hard in general. Adult schedules are the worst. Nope, those are moblins. I say no. Sidebar, did you and K. Menzel finish Bard's Tale? Beavis, we have not. You should ask K. Menzel in his Discord what's going on there. Because he had to... So he wasn't able to stream as often. Due to some stuff going on personally and professionally. And so it was only recently that he picked up and like streamed a little bit again. But since the last time we had streamed, he had gotten a new Atari collection. Oh my gosh. These Octorocks are murderous! Stop it, dude! Stop it! I just want to leave! He picked up a new Atari collection, so we actually went backwards. And we're working on games that came out before Bard's Tale. He was doing the K. Menzel rewind. It was very fun. We played Pong with the trackball. That was my fault. I jumped at the wrong time. I knew he was there. There we go. I do hope one day to return to Bard's Tale. Oh no. More birds. Run! Run! I'm almost back in 1985. Oops. It is a very thrilling thing. I love retro games so much more because of K. Menzel's bright and chipper attitude towards them all. Honestly, these ones kind of included. I know that he's not at them yet, but it certainly makes me a lot more willing to play games like the original Zelda and Zelda II when I can clearly look. So it really was watching K. Menzel play that had me look at this game and go, but look at the pixel art, look at what they're doing with these colors, the clouds, the grass, isn't it amazing? Because honestly, it's really cool. Just waited till I get excited about games I actually like. That's adorable. Woo! That one was close. That one was close. No to the moblins. At least not till we get here. Oops, I did not duck. In time. Okay. Oops, I also did not duck in time there. You know what? Just die. I am losing way more health to him than I should. Woohoo! Wahoo! Blob? Blob friend? Blob friend. We got the blob again. Love it. It's always so satisfying when I get the double hit at the end there, but I don't know how to do that on purpose. I feel like I'm always just doing my best. Just doing my best to look cool, collect a little bit of experience points. We have almost 2,000 of those. I mean, not almost by any real okay, that was also a double hit using the power of magic. Not almost by any, like, real definition of almost. But we're getting there. I believe in our patience. And by our, I really do mean my. Oops. I think I got distracted reading a comment and wound up with some bird problems again. Whoo! We made it out. We made it out alive, chat! And we almost have full life and full magic again. That sounds super wonderful, Plum. The bag! I want the bag! I really struggle with Pac-Man. Oops, I jumped at the wrong time. My fault. Hello? Please die. Okay. No to the moblins. Yes to the blobs. And we have over 2,000 experience now. Look at us. Look at that. Four-player Pac-Man? Oh my gosh. Are you all a different Pac-Man? Like, is it a cooperative game, Plum? This is important. Fairy? No? Okay, no fairy. Oh, that's amazing! There's such a thing as cooperative Pac-Man! No? No? It's not? Okay, hold on. I'm visiting my side chick. We're getting a save state. You devour each other? That might be better. I would lose so hard at that. Pac-Man is not one of my secret talents, chat. Zelda and Zelda II are apparently my secret talents because we are making it. We have made it through the next palace. We've done Island Palace. I wasn't even really planning on doing that today, but I'm pretty glad that I did. And so that is 3 palaces down. 3 palaces down. So good. I'm very excited. I am very excited for the continuation of this game, for what comes next, for what other things we might be able to collect, and therefore also for next time, when what we are collecting is experience. Because that's what we're doing! Pac-Man, no. Thank you for being here, Kate. I really appreciate it. I think you guys are all awesome, and it was super nice to get to meet some of you. Thank you especially for the raid, Kate. That was very sweet, and I got to meet some new people out of it, which I really love. And speaking of raids, we are going to jump over to raid someone else. If we were condiments, would we be sawsome? Yes. Oh, please don't be too offended, Kate. So we are going to jump over on a raid to go visit Bad at Buttons, who is playing, hold on, I think it's called Horizon Forbidden West, but yeah, Horizon Forbidden West. I'm dubious of that assertion. Don't bargain with the Fae! Don't do it! Okay, yeah, we're gonna go visit Buttons, folks. And so I hope y'all enjoy yourselves hanging out at the Button Factory, watching Buttons play some Horizon Forbidden West. Thank you all for being here. While I did another palace and just, you know, had a lot of rage at it. It was fantastic. I will be playing again Friday morning, 9:30 Eastern time, doing a little bit more level grinding, trying to get that level 7 attack. And again, that will be a shorter stream than usual, just because of the time of year it is, and then hopefully I'll be back the following week again with kind of more normal stream schedule and more normal stream times. And until then, I hope y'all have a wonderful day. I hope y'all have a wonderful week. I hope to see some of y'all again. And until then, keep it cute.